Arizona's a team that's going to get up and pressure BYU the entire 94 feet. They have to take care of the basketball, and BYU, they're going to look to establish that inside game with Emma Calvert, who's playing very well for this BYU Cougar team.
BYU's net ranking at 63 and Arizona at 82 as we are underway. Big 12 opener for BYU and Arizona, the Wildcats' first ever Big 12 conference game in women's hoops. And the Wildcats start inside. Layup is missed by Breya Cunningham, who had a good look, and BYU now with their first offensive chance.
Well, Cunningham at 6'4", she establishes that inside early, but a great defense. And you see, this is a fun matchup as we watch Emma Calvert for BYU and Breya Cunningham for Arizona. Very tightly matched up, similar in size, and they're going to try and pound it as we see early.
Well, no doubt the Wildcats want to establish the inside game with Breya Cunningham, and she scores the first two. Now some extended pressure from the Wildcats as Jones picks up Gibb full court. Now BYU into their second offensive set of the game, trailing 2-0 as you see the starting fives for both teams on the bottom of your screen. Gibb looking inside, nowhere to go, finds Congdon as an outlet. Under 10 on the shot clock. Kemery Congdon doubled. Near steal, 3 on the shot clock. Dangerous pass inside to Amari Whiting, and waiting point 3 back on the shot clock. But they're hoping that they become one of the best defensive teams in the Big 12. And there is the quick tip. Calvert got it from Whiting. The defense got lost almost.
Well, they didn't even react. It was almost as if they didn't know the ball was handed to Whiting. So heads up play from Whiting and Calvert to connect on that quick lob pass.
2-2. BYU catches a bit of a break there with the defensive lapse from Arizona.
Really good job defensively. BYU with that cross screen, allowing Calvert to recover, but what a shot from Williams.
They've taken really good care of the ball, just 10 and 9 respectively in 2 convincing wins.
With so many young players, it's a big part of the adjustment period, but you see they get it right back. They're forcing 20 turnovers a game because they are relentless with the pressure the entire game.
Skylar Jones, Congdon skips to Davenport, good look at a 3, misses the left side. Kendra Gillespie into the game for BYU with the offensive rebound, and that's what Gillespie brings to BYU.
Because the pressure type defense, playing with physicality, you got the good inside post players, the presence inside, and other players for this Arizona team.
Kendra Gillespie has Bay, and she'll hand off to Jada Williams. Williams terminates at the free throw line, back to Paris, open 3. That one a little bit short, and the rebound and putback is good.
Defensive intensity, and they've had a fantastic preseason to this point.
Well, the storyline to watch there is Skylar Jones on the offensive foul, picks up her second personal foul and has to take an early seat here in the first quarter. The Wildcats get the stop on the missed 3 from BYU. Inside, tough little flip by Parrish. She wanted a foul as well. It's 11-4. Wildcats, 2.5 to play in the opening frame.
The backcourt for this Arizona team is so strong, and we've talked a lot about Jada Williams, but Paris is crucial to what they do and really sets the tone by running in transition, and Kendra Gillespie trying to set it.
If a team commits 5 fouls in any individual quarter, they will put their opponent on the free throw line shooting 2 for the remainder of period, and Paris Gibb calls for the screen from Calvert. There's the hedge, Calvert inside, lost it. Boy, Arizona just everywhere. Sanaya Jaw battling for the basketball. It's still loose. Jada Williams picks it up before it goes out of bounds. And she'll dribble it around the horn back out near midcourt.
Well, they're jumping the screen defensively and double teaming it like a blitz, and BYU just not able to get a good pass out of that screen double.
Beautiful high-low entry from Jaw.
They're getting the extended pressure. You see it right there, the big extending pressure.
Well, Calvert a little bit rushed on that shot.
Amari went on an unofficial to Arizona, but they have a great relationship with the Whitings, and she was super happy to see that Amari, although she chose Oregon out of high school when her mom took the job, she committed to her mom.
I know she likes Amari, but she loves Jada too.
Absolutely, and she is playing phenomenal.
I said a couple of really tough shots in this quarter. Amari Whiting, hesitation move. That's a big bucket for Whiting, who had struggled for much of this first quarter. Williams will offer it up from about 3/4 court. That's well short.
With a style of play that fits very well in the Big 12, and I would say across the board for those 4 teams coming in. Colorado, Arizona State, Arizona, and Utah all fit the Big 12 very well.
Delaney Gibb trying to get going, and does so right there. Awesome. Williams and Cunningham did their thing for the Wildcats on offense. Here's Rolfe. And it'll be given. Congdon has Gibb into a quick trigger three.
But they are not respecting her three-point range, and that's rightly so. She hasn't shot the three ball well, but Whiting's got to be ready to shoot.
Dew hands off to Rolfe. Bounce pass inside to Breya Cunningham. Cunningham, tough shot.
Young leader with a tremendous amount of passion. In this past huddle, you could only see her emphasis and amount of passion in the game as her coach actually remained calm and composed. She was the one who was getting vocal and excited and wanted to just improve, even though they are playing well. Spencer.
Jones.
That miss comes right back to her and just relentless, going right back up. And one of our most athletic players on this squad. Meditated move that they're going to go into, and that's where a lot of the turnovers were coming and with that extended pressure. But now they're handling it. They've adjusted.
Calvert turns, scores. Now with 3 on the shot clock, Williams dribbles into a 3. A little bit long, Whiting with the rebound, and she will push. Rolfe got a hand on it to slow BYU's fast break attempt a little bit. Whiting, floater in the lane, hard up the glass. Whiting for the first of 2 free throws, and that one. So Whiting takes advantage in the second quarter.
That's what they do. They force 20 a game coming in, and they score off of those turnovers. It's a big part of their identity.
Williams, tough shot, offensive rebound, and putback is good from Breya Cunningham.
Spencer.
Congdon. No good. The three-point shooting woes really for both teams continue, but Congdon's going to try another one. That too short. Another offensive rebound. Barber can't score the putback. And Arizona 2 for 9.
You hear a lot of coaches emphasize good, better, best in shot selection, and those were great shots from BYU. Those were best opportunities. They just couldn't knock it down. And she's a player that comes in, she's scrappy, she's fast, that can just get up in you, and Swan is one of those as well. She came here for, and it has been a defensive juggernaut between these two.
Whiting, good find for Gibb. Delaney Gibb now has both of BYU's made three-pointers and is the Cougars' leading scorer with 8. 25-19.
BYU at their best.
Gibb with a steal! And the Big 12 Freshman of the Week is into double figures scoring. Paris holding. Paris had a big first quarter scoring, looking to add to it. High off the glass, battle for the rebound, and there's Gibb to collect and clean it up. Delaney Gibb pushing the tempo. Another 3 on the way, and another 3 down.
Let her have that wide open green light.
Williams between the leg dribble. High arcing shot, rims out. Gillespie with the rebound. BYU can take a lead. 8-0 run in a minute and a half.
BYU a 16-7 advantage here in the second quarter. A much better quarter.
Congdon for 3. It's an 11-0 run for BYU, and the Cougars have their first lead of the game. Williams lost it.
On, but they need to continue to be ready to shoot, drive and attack, and kick it in on the outside.
Congdon. I don't know if she was quite ready for that pass from Gibb. They got it in a position to try and score and couldn't finish, and now both of the home teams winning big. BYU back here, the women's basketball side, trying to protect their home court. How about this? Cannon knocks down the latest 3 from BYU, and it's a 14-0 run.
BYU continues to thrive with excellent shot selection, and it's that drive and kick that's an effective recipe for BYU.
Sanaya Jaw cannot connect. 2 and 1, and Gibb will just dribble out the clock. What a finish to the half for the BYU Cougars. Well, Coach Whiting kind of laughed when we asked her that question. Said, you know what, I don't know. I yell a lot.
I don't throw stuff. I don't, but I definitely get fired up.
Yeah,
when
I
they
yell
know
a lot. There's a backdoor cut from Congdon, and a near takeaway by Arizona. Whiting into some traffic, in trouble, finds Calvert, open for 3, no, but they're going to wave it off and say 3 seconds in the key. Doesn't like what she sees, so she'll circle out and signal a different play. Shot clock winding down to 3, 2, 1. Floater from the baseline. And Cunningham had it for a moment, but it was knocked out of her hands on the rebound attempt. Whiting in transition has her shot swatted out of bounds by the retreating Cunningham.
Some ball movement, that's what's important. Player movement, ball movement, whip that ball around.
Gibb, backdoor cut, scores it. Paris, left-handed swing over to Bay on the left wing. Hands off to Williams. Shot clock again, getting dangerously low. Bay to Cunningham, good interior passing. And an important bucket for Arizona.
Oh, Isis Bay, really good job. Her patient. She's a local product out of Murray High School.
Gibb, transition 3, well long. Well, that bucket, by the way, ended, if we add the first bucket of the second half onto what BYU did in the first half, a 16-0 run for the Cougars.
And there's that adjustment from Arizona, right? They're doing a good job finding shooters. That was something that they struggled with in that second frame of getting out, contesting three-point shots, but much better start here in the third.
Strong move by Skylar Jones. Calvert, right wing 3, at 2. Basically misses everything and breaks hard off the glass.
And that's a shot Calvert can definitely knock down. She's shooting 36% from distance, but way off the mark.
Cunningham turns and scores around Calvert. Give back to Davenport, who will dribble to the left wing and give to Whiting in a double team. Flips it over to Davenport. Gibb, backdoor cut, but that pass too far in front of her, and well, the teams exchange turnovers. Gibb, transition 3, good!
Physical and bump each other a little bit, but Barber using her length to be disruptive.
Jones to Williams, bounce pass to Bay. BYU's defense there. Shot clock at 2. Jones, tough left-handed floater.
She's got some vert on her and just able to rise above to take a tough shot, as you mentioned. Shot clock going down. They needed something.
Cannon will hand off to Gibb. Gibb dribbles into a 3. Unbelievable! Delaney Gibb unconscious.
And starting with Amari Whiting, Delaney Gibb, other players will switch on to her. There you go. That's the shot that she needed. She needs to get herself going and insert herself offensively.
Gibb flips it over to an open Kemery Congdon. And Congdon a little bit long. Offensive rebound, Brendan Cannon. The putback and score.
Patience from the freshman. Just a heads-up play, knowing that you got players surrounding her that were wanting to go for the block and took her time going back up on that follow.
Jones again splitting the defense as Cannon in transition does a good job just to stay in bounds. Whiting steps into a 3. That 2 misses left side. And the rebound by Montea Dew. For the first time this game, Kristen, Arizona looks a little bit gassed. With their style of play, it's understandable.
Yeah, something that is really effective is that altitude and right how it affects teams. BYU needs to lean into that and take care of this home court. And, you know, as you look at the Big 12 as a whole, the overall record for home games was 108-8. A tough shot inside by Cunningham, but it's essential to take care of your home floor in this Big 12 because you go on the road, it is difficult to win.
Cunningham gets the better of Gillespie in that one-on-one post matchup to pull the Wildcats within 1. Gibb forced to pass. Dew with the steal, and Arizona with the ball and a chance to take the lead back.
Here you see Dew and Cunningham just struggling to get up the floor, as you mentioned, gassed.
Cunningham, good move, little hesitation.
And work this clock down.
About a 1-second difference between the game clock and shot clock. Whiting flips it to Hampson, shot blocked out of bounds. Whiting to inbound baseline right. Wants Barber inside. Tough move. Cambry Barber to beat the shot clock buzzer. Our impact performer to watch on the Arizona side, 7 points, just 3 of 11 from the field, but very much a floor general. And she has played all 30 minutes, Kristen.
And they've done those numbers in just 2 quarters because Williams did not score in the second. Delaney Gibb did not score in the first.
Good pass inside from Cunningham to the cutting jaw. As Gibb with her 21 points. Picked up by Williams, who has to understandably be gassed after playing every minute. Gibb into some contact. Whistles stay quiet. Jaw. Skip pass. Jones inside. Unselfish. Cunningham. And one opportunity. 9 of 13 shooting. We're impressed with Delaney. Gives 8 of 13. Cunningham's done one better. And she finishes out the three-point play. It's 46-42.
Cunningham has scored in double figures in every game this season but one. She's coming off of that single-digit game, Weber State, where she got into some foul trouble.
Gibb gets ahead of Williams. A little floater. Doesn't crawl over the rim. Offensive rebound. Gillespie. And a putback score. Big bucket for BYU. 11 for Arizona. Under 7 to play. Wildcats with the basketball, leading by 2. Williams. Oh, man. It's been a frustrating afternoon offensively in large part for Jada Williams, but taking out some of that frustration with an aggressive take at the rim. Gillespie is fouled by Cunningham. No, jump ball.
I can understand why these BYU fans are frustrated.
Well, you have to think that BYU is going to need to find another scoring option aside from Delaney Gibb if they're going to win this game. Arizona too disciplined, too defensive-minded to let, you would think, one player beat them, although Gibb with another incredible.
She continues to get to the rim and hit shots.
Jaw. Cannon with the steal up ahead. Gibb trying to track it down behind the back pass, or rather over the head pass, and BYU very fortunate. Tough pass inside to Gibb, who is bumped and fouled by Jones. That's her 4th.
They hope to get her back soon, but out with that knee injury as she's recovering.
Barber, huge 3.
Freshman's out there right now getting it done.
Williams, not the best shot selection for Arizona, and they've done a much better job in this game of doing that. But that has plagued them at times this season, of taking rushed shots at times, and Whiting is fouled. The 62% free throw shooter does have 5 assists and only 2 turnovers. And she is perfect. Opts for Bay. Here is Rolfe. Shot clock getting low for Arizona. Rolfe lost it on the way to the bucket, and Arizona to inbound, baseline right. Rolfe goes to Williams with 3 and 2 on the shot clock. Floater is good. Jada Williams at her season average. Gibb has Whiting in transition. Amari Whiting, floater, no good. Offensive rebound, no. Calvert in there battling with Cunningham, and Cunningham rips away the defensive rebound. Rolfe.
Cunningham is such a beast inside, and she plays so physical, but she's winning every rebound.
So a flop warning was just called on BYU after the turnover, or in the midst of the turnover by Arizona. The Wildcats have now given it away 14 times. BYU was 16 giveaways, make it 17. Jones, Congdon retreating, and a foul! Skylar Jones!
6-foot sophomore does a really good job of jumping the passing lane. We've seen her do this several times in this game. And then the finish, I mean, you can see the contact, and she finishes through it. Watch right here, Congdon gets ball. Wait, was that just ball?
It's Gibb on the arm, I believe. 52-51, Jones.
To execute offensively in the last couple possessions.
Whiting lifts to Calvert, leaves it short again.
And they're in there for defense. They need to defend and get a stop.
10 seconds on the shot clock, under a minute to play. Williams collects 35 feet away straight away. With 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Williams, jumper, short. BYU got the stop. Amari Whiting with the basketball.
Tough shot for Williams over the extended size, over 6 foot, and then the arms up to try to make that shot for BYU.
Whiting left open, 17-footer, good! Tied at 53, 32 seconds to play. Amari Whiting. Well, Arizona has dominated in points in the paint, but BYU out shooting Arizona from the three-point line. 8 makes for the Cougars, 2 for the Wildcats. Here we go, tied at 53. Williams into the lane, tough shot, off the rim, Cunningham, putback is good. She's got 21, timeout BYU. Well, I would imagine Arizona's probably going to try and double team Delaney Gibb here and force somebody else to beat them. Gibb is the inbounder with 21.1 to play. We'll see who gets it for BYU. It is inbounded to Calvert, back to Gibb. Gibb gives to Congdon for three, too long. Rebound grab by Cunningham, jump ball, possession arrow to BYU. Whiting to inbound, baseline right. Had Congdon open, opts for Calvert out front. Davenport with 10. They go to Gibb with 9 and 8. Gibb, shot, too strong. Rebounded by Rolfe, and she is fouled with 2.3. Jada Williams is Arizona's best free throw shooter, so the Cougars, they will foul Williams. Well, BYU does have one timeout left. If Williams misses a free throw, and she missed one. So the Cougars not dead yet.
And with that timeout, they've got to get this ball, or if the shot goes in, they can call it.
Missed them both, timeout. Congdon to inbound with Cunningham standing in front of her from the sideline. BYU looking for, and Congdon throws it off of Cunningham. Oh, and it lands on Congdon!
My goodness. The fact that they just could not even get the ball in bounds.
Oh my goodness.
Now watch this right here. Maybe go to Davenport really quickly as she took her head off of what they were doing, but trying to throw it off Cunningham hits off her own leg. 18 turnovers, 17 points off the turnovers for Arizona.
Due to inbound. Bay will lay it in at the buzzer, and Arizona victorious in their first ever Big 12 game. A huge road win in Provo for the Wildcats, 57-53.